Good evening and welcome to New Scope Daily TV, your go-to source for in-depth global news and analysis. Tonight, we focus on a story that could redefine Canada's place on the world stage. For nearly 3 years, Canada and India were barely on speaking terms. Ambassadors were recalled, long-standing partnerships fractured, and trust was deeply shaken. But things are changing. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is visiting India this week, in what may be a pivotal moment for both nations. Stay tuned as we break down 3 critical reasons why this visit matters: the implications for trade, strategic alliances, and the broader Indo-Pacific region. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this broadcast. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a crucial update. Diplomatic backdrop. To understand the significance of Carney's trip, we must revisit the recent diplomatic turbulence. The last Canadian Prime Minister to visit India, Justin Trudeau, faced a storm in 2023 during the G20 summit in New Delhi. Weeks later, Trudeau accused India of assassinating a Khalistani separatist on Canadian soil, Hardep Singh Nijjar. India called the allegation absurd. Ambassadors were expelled, and a diplomatic freeze ensued that lasted nearly 2 years. Fast forward to August 2025. A new chapter begins as Carney takes office. High Commissioners returned, and a meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the sidelines of a G20 summit in Johannesburg in November marked the official restart of negotiations. Carney's visit this week is more than ceremonial. It's a test of whether goodwill can translate into tangible results for both nations. Expert. This visit signals that Canada is serious about repairing ties. But the shadow of the Nijjar case remains. Carney will have to navigate these delicate waters carefully. Resolution, or even progress on this issue, could define the next decade of Canada-India relations. Why trade matters. Reason number 1. Trade. In 2024, two-way trade between India and Canada totaled nearly $31 billion. Significant? Absolutely. But both sides believe the potential is far greater. The target? More than double that figure to $70 billion by 2030. Discussions are underway for a comprehensive economic partnership agreement, a full-spectrum deal covering goods, services, investment, digital trade, agriculture, and talent mobility. These talks had stalled since 2023. Carney's visit is aimed at restarting them and ensuring progress. Canada's motivation is clear: reduce dependence on the United States. With Trump-era tariffs squeezing Canadian exports, Ottawa is looking east. India, one of the fastest-growing major economies, is a natural partner. Conversely, India sees Canada as a source of uranium, critical minerals, and clean energy technologies, resources that are key for powering India's growing economy. And Canada gains access to a vast consumer market, technology talent, and long-term investment opportunities. On paper, this is a complementary relationship. On the ground, success depends on trust, speed of negotiations, and addressing lingering political issues. Strategic dimensions. Reason number 3, strategy. Carney's Indo-Pacific tour also includes Australia and Japan, both Quad members. By visiting these nations without the US, Canada is signaling its intention to claim a seat at the Indo-Pacific table, emphasizing bilateral relationships alongside traditional partnerships in Washington. Defense and security discussions are also on the agenda, highlighting Canada's interest in a more proactive role in global security frameworks. However, there are still challenges. The Nijjar case has not been resolved. India remains concerned about the presence of Khalistani separatists in Canada. How Carney navigates this issue will be closely watched, as it could make or break the newfound momentum. Challenges and opportunities. While optimism is high, Carney's visit is not without risks. Diplomatic resets require more than goodwill. They require tangible actions and results. Canada's urgent need to diversify exports, India's expectations of resource security, and the strategic competition in the Indo-Pacific all place immense pressure on both sides to succeed. If handled well, this visit could mark the beginning of a long-term Canada-India partnership that reshapes trade, technology exchange, and security cooperation in the decades ahead. If mishandled, old tensions could resurface, undermining years of progress. Global implications. Canada's pivot to India is also a signal to the world. With the US increasingly unpredictable under Trump's trade policies, Canada is demonstrating that its foreign policy can be proactive, not reactive. India, on its part, consolidates its position as a global economic powerhouse, ready to engage with countries beyond traditional partners. The broader message: the Indo-Pacific is no longer solely under American influence. Middle powers like Canada are now charting independent paths, forging strategic relationships based on economic interests, security, and long-term stability. So, as Mark Carney lands in New Delhi this week, the eyes of the world are on Canada and India. Trade, strategy, and diplomacy hang in the balance. Will this visit truly reset relations and pave the way for a $70 billion trade goal and a strategic foothold in the Indo-Pacific? Or will unresolved issues continue to cast a shadow over cooperation? We will continue to follow this story closely here on Newscope Daily TV. If you found today's analysis valuable, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with breaking news and deep dive reports. From all of us at Newscope Daily TV, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow with more critical updates from around the globe.